Hi there, I'm Ron Ovadia, and I am the formulator for NHT Global's CALCOMPLEX. Calcium is the most abundant mineral in the human body. In fact, it makes up 1.5 to 2% of our total body weight. When most of us think of calcium, we think of strong bones and good teeth. And that is true. 99% of the calcium in our body is stored in our teeth and our bones. But the remaining 1% of calcium also plays many important roles in the body. For example, it helps us move, as our body needs calcium in order to power muscle contractions. It's also essential for maintaining proper nerve function. Our nerves need calcium to carry messages from the brain to other areas of the body. Calcium also assists in the release of hormones. From our bones to our muscles to our nerves, there are so many different bodily systems that rely on calcium in order to function well. So, it's a super important nutrient for people of all ages to have to ensure that our body is working optimally from head to toe. There are so many different bodily systems that rely on calcium in order to function properly, from our bone health to our muscle function to our nervous system, just to name a few. And since calcium is such a super important and multi-functional nutrient, it's considered an essential mineral that our bodies need at every age. Children and adolescents need calcium to support their growth and development. Calcium provides critical nutrition that a child needs to reach their full potential and helps lay a great foundation for good bone health that they will need later in life. And when children don't get enough calcium, it can negatively affect their bone health and bone strength as an adult. For most people, we reach our peak bone mass sometime between the ages of 25 and 30, after which we begin to slowly lose our bone mass. But our body still needs calcium to support bone health as we get older. If we don't get enough calcium from our diet, our body will actually take it from our bones. And when not replaced, it can lead to bone loss and other health challenges over time. A global review of calcium intake among adults shows that many countries aren't getting the recommended daily calcium intake. In fact, many Asian countries are getting an average intake of less than 500 milligrams per day, and China has a very low average calcium intake at 338 milligrams per day. And finally, calcium is also integral for elderly individuals who require additional bone support for healthy aging. This is especially important for women approaching menopause, as this is when bone loss increases. The bottom line is that we need calcium throughout all stages of our lives. But since our body doesn't produce calcium on its own, that means that we have to get it from the outside, whether it comes from the food we eat or from the use of supplements. And for those who don't have the ideal eating habits or who may not be consuming enough calcium-rich foods on a consistent day-to-day basis, adding a calcium supplement to your lineup can be a great option to ensure that you are filling any nutritional gaps. According to a 2015 estimate, 3.5 billion people worldwide were at risk of calcium deficiency due to a low dietary intake. For certain groups of people, getting the right amount of calcium just from their diets alone can prove especially challenging. And this is especially true for those who are lactose intolerant, as they are unable to fully digest lactose in dairy products like milk. And people of Asian and African American ethnicity have much higher rates of lactose intolerance compared to those of European descent, for example. For those who are of East Asian descent, up to 70 to 100% of the adult population is lactose intolerant. Another group who may struggle to get enough calcium from their diets are vegans and vegetarians, again, because their diets do not include dairy. And lower intake of milk and other calcium-rich dairy products can make it difficult for them to rely solely on their diets to get the amount of calcium that they need. And just to give you a quick comparison between dairy and non-dairy food sources of calcium, 1 cup of low-fat milk contains 300 milligrams of calcium, and 1 cup of yogurt has a whopping 450 milligrams of calcium. Now compare this to non-dairy sources of calcium such as vegetables and legumes. Bok choy has 40 milligrams of calcium per cup, and broccoli has 180 milligrams per cup, and cooked garbanzo beans have 80 milligrams per cup. And because they're not as rich in calcium, this means you need to eat more just to meet your daily recommended intake. And if you're at a higher risk for low or inadequate calcium intake because you don't eat or enjoy dairy, it's even more critical for you to closely monitor your calcium intake, to incorporate more non-dairy sources of calcium, and to supplement your diet if needed to make sure that you're getting enough. Yes, while calcium is often the primary nutritional to support bone health, there are many other vital nutrients we need as well when it comes to protecting and supporting strong bones. These other bone-friendly nutrients are key players that should not be overlooked. For example, vitamin D. Our bodies cannot absorb calcium without vitamin D, and that means that theoretically you could be consuming enough calcium in your diet, but without the help of vitamin D, your body may not be able to absorb it. Sunlight is the best source of vitamin D, but you can also get it from certain foods like egg yolks or from supplementation. And out of all the different forms of vitamin D, vitamin D3 in particular is considered to be the most optimal. Vitamin K also helps to enhance calcium absorption and supports bone metabolism. And more studies are showing that when used together, vitamins K and D work synergistically to support bone density. Phosphorus is the second most abundant mineral in the human body after calcium, and is just as important for our bone health. One of its main functions is that it works together with calcium to help form and build strong bones. Magnesium is another important nutrient that we need for proper assimilation of calcium in the body. It plays an important role in the maintenance of healthy bones and supporting bone density. These additional nutrients are well-established players that are not only play a crucial role in our bone health on their own, but also aid the absorption and utilization of calcium by the body, making sure that you're getting maximum benefits from your diet and supplementation. Knowing that calcium is such an essential mineral we need to have for good health at any age, I worked with NHT Global to create a calcium supplement that makes it easy to ensure you're meeting your body's daily calcium needs and support a lifetime of good bone health. CalComplex features some of the most important nutrients you need to maintain strong bones. It is packed with calcium for powerful bone support and protection. The formula has calcium phosphate, which is the form most similar to what's found naturally in our bones, as well as an innovative source of marine algae called aquamin that offers an additional source of calcium and other important minerals. In addition, CalComplex has also been fortified with marine collagen and additional bone-supporting nutrients like vitamin D and magnesium to enhance calcium absorption and support your bone density. By combining all of the building blocks you need for optimal bone health together in one comprehensive formula, CalComplex provides powerful daily bone support to help you stay strong, active, and vibrant at any age. I recommend this product to anyone who wants to support and maintain optimal bone health. Simply put, calcium is an essential mineral for people of all ages. For parents, it's a great product for teens who might not be getting the right amount of calcium from their diets alone. Supplementing with CalComplex is a great way to help provide a strong bone health foundation as they transition into their adult years. CalComplex is also great for older individuals because it supports healthy aging. The recommended calcium intake is higher for people over the age of 70, so CalComplex can help provide additional bone support, especially for women as they achieve peak bone mass in their 20s or 30s, have a lower bone density than men, and are more likely to experience bone health challenges as they get older compared to men. And last but not least, I definitely recommend this product to individuals who may be at a higher risk of not getting the recommended amount of calcium from their diets alone, such as those who are vegan, vegetarian, or lactose intolerant, and may be consuming less milk and other calcium-rich dairy products. And taking CalComplex is a great way to ensure you are meeting your body's daily needs. We recommend you take 3 easy-to-swallow tablets a day. And for best results, we recommend splitting up your dosage over the course of your day instead of taking all 3 tablets together at one time. For example, taking 1 tablet in the morning, 1 at lunchtime, and 1 again in the evening. Stay active. Staying active throughout your day is important for keeping our bones strong. Weight-bearing exercises like walking, jogging, aerobic dance, and weight training are especially great for your bones. And get outside. As mentioned earlier, vitamin D is important for the body to be able to absorb calcium. You can get more vitamin D by simply spending more time outside or by supplementing your routine with extra vitamin D. CalComplex delivers 75% of your daily recommended value of vitamin D. Avoid smoking. Smoking hurts the body's ability to absorb calcium. Eat more spinach. Spinach is a surprisingly rich source of calcium. Incorporating it into your meals is an easy way to help you get some extra calcium from your diet and help you meet your daily calcium requirements.